Both the United States and Russia have various elite units of soldiers that have been trained both physically and mentally at extreme levels. Navy SEALs and Spetsnaz are two of these elite units in the world. Months of extreme training teaches them to endure and withstand the highest levels of physical pain and mental stress. We don't know much about these elite soldiers because, for the most part, what they do remains a secret. They work in the background for much of the time, and only occasionally do their missions go public. Today, we'll compare U.S. Navy SEALs with Russia's Spetsnaz and try to determine which unit is better in a real battlefield scenario. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. Human resources. The Navy SEALs have access to a much larger pool of viable candidates than their Russian counterparts. The U.S. has a greater population and comparatively has bigger armed forces. Due to ethnic diversity in America, there is a larger and wider pool of different body types, mindsets, and physical and mental skills, which are essential for different kinds of missions. Whereas Russia is relatively more homogeneous in this regard, especially in terms of the mindset of its soldiers. The U.S. has much broader access to native speakers of various languages across the world and people who understand particular cultures. In some cases, this can make or break the planning and execution of special operations. Vice versa for action in Russian or Slavic-speaking parts of the world. Spetsnaz may have some advantage. Selection and training. To join the Navy SEALs, you need to be a natural-born or naturalized American between the ages of 18 and 28. They must train for at least 6 months before deployment, including underwater scenarios, freefall, demolition training, and engaging in hostage and terrorist simulations. They must also go through an extreme test of endurance known as Hell Week, in which trainees must run, swim in cold water, and crawl through mud almost non-stop for 6 days, with only a total of 4 hours sleep. Only about half of the candidates survive the training. Navy SEALs are organized into teams 1 to 5 and 7 to 10, some of them with a specialty beyond their already intelligent and deadly skill set. For example, SEAL Team 2 specializes in Arctic combat. But if we are trying to compare the toughest with the toughest, we have to talk about SEAL Team 6, which was formed after Delta Force failed at rescuing the hostages in Iran in 1980. They require even more training after their time being regular SEALs, including scenarios like parachuting from 30,000 feet. On the other hand, even today, the specific details of Spetsnaz training are secret material. Born in the mid-1950s, during the Cold War, the Soviet Spetsnaz were originally specialized in missions of stealth, sabotage, and even infiltration. According to the little information that's available, there is great emphasis on hand-to-hand combat. Their fighting technique is called Sambo, a martial art of struggle originating in the Soviet Union. In addition, most of the maneuvers are carried out with explosives and real fire, which causes them to have one of the highest mortality rates in the selection processes of special forces. Each unit is made up of a team of 8 to 10 soldiers who act under the orders of an officer. These soldiers are trained in different specialized fields, such as explosives, precision shooting, and the use of transmissions and reconnaissance. Gear and equipment. The SEALs have an extremely large and exclusive budget, which allows them to buy top-notch gear. However, a lot of it depends on the particular mission they'll be conducting. The weaponry may include light machine guns, assault rifles, submachine guns, pistols, and sniper rifles, which come from a variety of manufacturers. Non-weapon equipment ranges from standard military issue to commercial off-the-shelf products. Again, pretty much anything required to get the job done is at the disposal of SEALs. In terms of specialized equipment, the Spetsnaz have a wide array of custom-made electronics, weapons, software development muscle, and capital-intensive modifications of common military platforms. The Spetsnaz are usually afforded the opportunity to get the first pick of new types of weaponry. They also enjoy much greater freedom to customize, mix, and match their tools of war. Deployment. In terms of physical access intelligence and support infrastructure, the U.S. leads by far. This includes aircraft carriers, the fastest vessels, and the presence of numerous military bases across the globe. Spetsnaz would find it almost impossible to deploy to some places in the Middle East or Africa on short notice, as Russia has fewer bases outside the former Soviet Union. Satellite intelligence and various other intelligence options give significant advantage to the US, whereas Russia has not invested sufficiently over the years into such capabilities. In addition to naval assets, the U.S. has some unique air resources, such as the Boeing V-22, Black Hawk, and Little Bird helicopters, which are specifically designed for the Special Forces. The U.S. has a much larger and far-reaching fleet of aerial refueling planes. Russia's helicopters are state-of-the-art. However, they have no stealth capabilities and create a large amount of noise. So Spetsnaz may only be competitive in shorter-range missions. Media exposure. Members of both units are known as quiet professionals and are notorious for being immensely secretive. Unfortunately, with today's social media, 24-hour news coverage, and leaks within the government, it can be difficult to keep information out of the media, no matter what steps are taken to ensure secrecy. Both units carry out high-profile missions. However, Navy SEALs have gained much more notoriety and unwanted media exposure in recent years due to government leaks and Hollywood blockbuster movies such as Zero Dark 30. So, what do you think? Which Special Forces unit is better, US Navy SEALs or Russian Spetsnaz? Let us know in the comments section. Also, be sure to check out our other military videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.